Hello, fabulous superstar Pisces. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of March 2024. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. It is a remarkable astrological month, without a doubt. Big moves happening in the sky now. Boys, it's a very special time. Well, for you, we've got very big news on the 10th of the month. We have this month's new moon, and it's happening in your sign. This is a powerful moment of beginning again in some way meaningful to you. It has to do with being more clear about who you are, what matters to you most and first. Matters of identity might come to the surface, but it is what's nearest and dearest that has a wonderful boost for you as you start your own personal new year with this new moon. And so what makes this new moon so fortunate is that it is speaking in harmony with Uranus. I love this energy for you. I think it is inspired. It's about you seizing opportunity and working and having that work responded to by being leapt into a more fortunate future for yourself. So this can apply to whatever it is that matters to you most and first. This applies not just to the possibility and potential of making gains in terms of identity, but if you think about the things that matter to you most and first, that might be family, that might be love, that might be career, that might be money. It's you now that is starting again. You now that feels these matters very close to the surface. And it's you now that's able to recognize opportunity, take advantage of it, make changes, and have that rewarded very quickly. There is one word of caution here. You really want to be sure to direct the energy of Neptune, because Neptune isn't too far away from this new moon. And that is energy that on its higher end can be inspired. It can be hopeful. It can be aware of miracles. It can feel grateful, which are wonderful ways to use Neptunian energy. Now, one area I'm going to invite you to be a little bit careful with is Neptune. Neptune is not far away from this new moon. And the higher vibration of this is hope and miracles, feeling aware of how it is that beauty and faith can pay off for you in big ways, feeling connected to source. These are wonderful ways to use Neptunian energy, creativity, imagination as well. However, there is going to be another side of this energy, right? And so again, you want to be conscious of how you're tapping into this, but the flip side of this energy is that this can feel disillusioning, disorienting. This can be you not being honest with yourself, seeing things as you want them to be rather than as they actually are. It can be over fantasizing at the expense of actually recognizing what you can do to improve things and to make things better for yourself. And so, I like to say, pace yourself and be yourself, especially at a time like this. You will find your way forward, but it is this energy that can speak to a depth of desire on your part for greater meaning. And where you're channeling it correctly, you will find yourself connecting to it. But where you aren't, well, the default is to give in to energies of fear and uncertainty. And that wouldn't be a great way to use energy, which ultimately can be quite the blessing if you are aware of it and directing it well. As we navigate forward, we have a lunar eclipse taking place on the 25th. This kicks off eclipse season with the very first eclipse of 2024. Now, this lunar eclipse is taking place in a deeply consequential part of your sky. It has to do with profound change, profound truth. It has to do with your understanding of what it is to be your authentic self, your understanding of power, how you garner it, how you wield it, how you define it. The taboo is covered here, but also here is your relationship to financial institutions and your ability to access resources, everything from grants and loans and credit cards and benefits you qualify for is part of this energy. And so here's the thing that I'm so excited about, and that is this eclipse is speaking in supreme harmony with Pluto. That is huge. And that is very fortunate news now. That is incredibly encouraging. With Pluto in the sign just before yours, there's like this inner restlessness that normally characterizes this energy. But at moments like this, it is about being able to tap into this deep reserve of fortitude, if you will, and maybe not even knowing where it comes from, not even knowing you're bringing it forward, but it can make all the difference now, moving you towards incredible positive change and moving you towards greater wealth as well. And so stay open to possibility, but also understand that some of your most powerful moves, they're going to be intuitive. And you might surprise yourself at how focused you can be at this time towards creating meaningful change. However, it is an eclipse. The best stuff is just going to find you. Eclipses are always a wild card factor, so they're not energies to work with per se. They're not energies that you want to tap into or set intentions to or schedule appointments to. It's more about staying open and allowing the universe to do what it needs to do as part of helping you to understand how much you've changed, how much you've grown, and how you are moving towards greater wealth and greater personal understanding than you knew before. This is a time of knowing power much more deeply, of defining it differently, and aligning with it that much more fully. Now, where it comes to matters of love, that is very exciting news because on the 10th of the month, Venus will enter your sign. This gives you this Midas touch, if you will, of magnetism. When Venus is in your sign, there's not a whole lot you need to do to have a sense of progress taking place in the context of love. You are a magnet to good vibes. So for those of you open to meeting someone new, I love the energies of this time. I do want you to be mindful right around the 21st. We are going to have Venus meeting Saturn in the sky, and that does present with it a bit of a moment of restriction, if you will, and maybe a moment that feels a little bit like a dip. But it could also bring with it the potential of attracting someone with real long-term potential, or it just might be you that gets clear about what you're looking for long-term. Regardless, the days around the eclipse are huge. They are powerful because you're going to have Venus connecting in harmony with Jupiter, in harmony with Uranus. I love this energy for you. I feel like this is where that magnetism is especially high. Something in you is able to move very quickly with opportunities, and those opportunities have a way of showing up. And so be out and about, do whatever it is that helps you to feel connected to an energy of love, and it just might surprise you. For those of you just starting to date someone, again, about 3 weeks into the month, we have this big moment of truth. And I think a part of that is going to be whether or not this is someone to navigate forward with. Regardless, understand that the days around the eclipse are just so beautiful. They are so hopeful. They are so encouraging. And so embrace the possibility and the opportunity there. It could be either things accelerate with this person in ways that delight you, or it could be someone else that enters the picture now. For those of you in an established bond, well, where it is that the relationship is good, where I think that's true for most Pisceans out there, this is a beautiful energy to welcome. Venus and Saturn together could fortify commitment for the two of you that much more. And then the days around the eclipse help you to feel that much closer to this person that you love, profoundly so, deeply so. In fact, that eclipse could be really good for your partner's income. There could be some wonderful developments there. However, if it is that you are one of that very small percent of Pisceans, if you feel like you're not in the right relationship for you, this can be a time of acceptance and of having faith enough to make a change. That energy of Venus meeting Saturn is your moment of truth. It is your moment of honesty, perhaps with your partner, but certainly with yourself. And then faith magnifies that much more, inviting you to consider what a different way might be for you. What I love about this month for you, there's so much here. It is a powerful and meaningful astrological moment. I am going to say the new moon in your sign. I actually really love that energy. It is speaking in harmony with Uranus. That's amazing. It is close in the sky to Neptune. So there's faith, there's truth, there's change, And there's excitement, the kind that allows you to feel truly connected to an energy of good fortune and delight. Well, thank you so much for watching. Have you checked out NadiyaShahSuperstars.com? It is in that superstar space that you can get a video like this each and every week for each and every sign for as low as just $3 a month with choose your membership rate. These are exclusive, expanded horoscopes, and higher tiers get you things like all access passes to Synchronicity University events, consultations with me, and so much more. A live exclusive monthly event for all superstars and so much more. All of this in the superstar space at NadiyaShahSuperstars.com. Links are in the description below. Thank you again for watching. It'll be a great month. Enjoy.